Hey there. I'll do a little quick review for this terrain for session 73, our Crusades campaign. Nothing I really haven't shown before. I got my homemade spider nests from. Got the idea. These are old. Like I made these a long time ago. I could probably do a better job now, but these were an idea I got from a video that Black Magic Craft did. Spider webs here. You've seen that stuff before. I did the same thing. It was just the spider webbing stuff you can get from like a Spirit of Halloween. Dwarven Forge terrain. These footbridges are just some... I needed these for a build one time, so I just made them out of balsa wood. And came in handy. Terrain, like I said, Dwarven Forge is a combination of caverns... what was it? Caverns of Doom, Dungeons of Doom, Caverns Deep. I don't remember what the caverns are called. The ruin stuff. That stuff's really cool. I only have a couple sets of that, but it's really cool. Miniature wise, same. These spider swarms. I'm getting a lot of mileage out of these. These are just WizKids, old WizKids 2005 spider swarms. They work great. This one's a resin print. I don't remember where I got this one. I think I got this off Dungeon Artifacts on Etsy. I think they printed that and I painted it. And then this one here, these guys, I mentioned them in the review video, but if you don't watch that one, these are just bought off Amazon. These big spiders, they were like $7 a piece, so I grabbed 2 of them. You can find some really cool stuff like that. That's if you want to start using miniatures and stuff, and you're new to gaming and or using miniatures and stuff, it can be kind of daunting because it can be expensive. Trust me, it can be very expensive. But you can find some cheaper alternatives for some of the stuff I have, and maybe I could do a short video at some point. I've bought a bunch of stuff off Amazon, like giant spiders, beetles, sharks. I have a megalodon that I've used in a game before, shark. Centipedes, stuff like that, and I just found it on Amazon. I even used some fishing lure stuff for an early session of this campaign for like grubs, like big grubs, worms and stuff, and I just sprinkled them on the board in a pit, and they worked great, and it was super cheap. Obviously I'm a painter. I do painting commissions and stuff, but sometimes I just don't feel like painting something, and I just want to get it and have it and get it ready to roll. And those spiders for $7 were a bargain. Whereas sometimes now, with the way things are, like the pre-painted stuff from like game companies isn't as much of a bargain from what I've seen. It can be pretty expensive. So for these for $7, and they look great on the table. My players were not fans of them. They definitely didn't want to deal with them, but they work great. I'm tempted to buy a bunch more, but I won't, just to save my players. But I already have tons of spider stuff anyway, so it's just me being addicted to collecting. So yeah, but pretty simple setup. I got it on. I didn't have to use it, but I have it on a Lazy Susan, so I can spin it if I need to. And it's based on Dwarven Forge terrain tiles on a piece of insulation foam, 2 foot by 2 foot piece of insulation foam. But yeah, that was it. It was a pretty simple setup. I threw it together actually a couple hours before the session, and yeah, it worked great. So it was a good little fight right there. But that's it. If you have any questions about this stuff, if you want to see more of it, I mean, I can do builds, I can do all sorts of stuff. I know you guys have seen some of this in the background, but like the most of that in there is Dwarven Forge stuff. Towards the end, there's some pre-painted miniatures and some homemade terrain, which I'm going to do some more of, like dungeon tiles, like I did with, I think I did a video on it. I know I did. I did a video on it. The tiles that I made for the basement of the Hammered Gauntlet. I got some more boards cut by my buddy Steve, who plays Renee. So I'm going to make some more tiles here in the future, because I really like, those are fun to use and super simple to, I don't have to put a lot of thought into building it. But I have a lot of terrain and stuff. I just did all this stuff here. That tower, that thing's a work in progress in the back. Actually, I had that built, and then I'm kind of redoing a little bit of the terrain around it to to make it more of a scatter terrain piece. But I got all this stuff up here. Some of that's 3D printed, it, some of it's made. You've seen a lot of that. Some of it's resin, the buildings and such. Nico, big old goblin. Haven't used him yet, but maybe someday. Yeah, just more terrain and stuff over there. But yeah, I got plenty of stuff. So if you guys want to see anything or have any questions about terrain, miniatures, anything like that, please fire them away. I appreciate everybody watching. I don't promote the channel very well. I'm not a very good self-promoter. So, but the viewership and comments and everything have been going up, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys at the next video.